This is question 7 for the final. We have to derive the quadratic formula. So the first thing that we're going to do is look at the standard form of a quadratic. So ax squared plus bx plus c, and we're going to set it equal to 0. So because we have a possible a term, we're going to divide all the terms by a, and we get x squared plus b over ax plus c over a equals 0. Now we want to isolate x, so we're going to subtract c over a on both sides. So we get x squared plus b over ax equals negative c over a. So now in order to complete the square, we're going to take the b over a and we're going to put it over 2, and then we're going to square it, and we're going to add it to both sides. So we get x squared plus b over ax, and our new term, b over 2a. And we're going to square it, and if we do it to that side, we have to also do it to the other side. So now we can actually complete the square, and we can write the left-hand side as x plus b over 2a squared. So now if I want to solve for x, we're going to take the square root on both sides. But when I take the square root on the right-hand side, we get that plus or minus in the front. So we get x plus b over 2a equals plus or minus the square root of negative c over a plus b over 2a squared. Now we can subtract that b over 2a from both sides. And we get x equals negative b over 2a plus or minus the square root of negative c over a plus b over 2a squared. Now we can simplify this a little bit. So in order for us to have a common denominator here, we're going to multiply this side by the 2a squared. So we get x equals the opposite b over 2a plus or minus the square root. So we have negative c times 2a squared all over a plus b over 2a squared times 2a squared all over 2a. So for simplifying this, we get negative 4ac, and then we get plus b squared all over 2a. Then we can reorder and combine our fractions. So we get the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Actually, let's do blue.